come back, I'll talk to you later.
Corner. He is trained by Tommy Gunn Keefe from the EC MMA gym with an official weight of 109.9 kilograms. He has a record of 10 fights with 2 wins. Ladies and gentlemen, this is H-Bomb Hayden Wright. And his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner. He is trained by Marco Tentori with an official weight of 125.4 kilograms. He has a record of 2 fights with 1 win. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Death Row Troy Humbertson.
Here we go, round 1 in this heavyweight, it's not a title fight, but it's Hayden H-Bomb Wright in the red corner. He is in the black trunks, taking on Death Row Troy Humbertson in the blue trunks. Don't blink. I think the strategy of this one, Paul, is that Troy's going to go after H-Bomb early, and H-Bomb is going to try and weather the storm and try and catch him in the later rounds.
Yeah, we know with Hayden obviously fighting, he can take some punishment. He definitely tries to wear out his opponents. It's interesting, Brett, that both fighters are having their first fight really under new corners. Obviously, this fight for Troy, he's gone over to Kick-Ass MMA with Steve Kennedy and Marco Tentoro. And Hayden's got a new trainer in Tommy Gunn, who's up in Northern these days.
No, that's really interesting. Both switch up corners for this camp. Let's see what effect it has on the fight. But you can see already that Troy is coming in at a big weight of 124 kilograms, taking on Hayden Wright at 109. But he said H-Bomb actually covering up quite nicely there while Troy's going. So you can probably see the strategy early. He's covering up, trying to weather the storm, and he's probably going to try and go after him in the later rounds. 4 by 2-minute rounds, this one's scheduled for. Again, don't blink.
Yeah, definitely when the big boys are in the ring, you don't blink on this one. I'd like to see, obviously, Troy throw a few more straighter punches. I think that Hayden is covering up quite well, but Troy needs to go down the middle as opposed to just going swinging out on the outside, where Hayden is catching those punches quite well at the moment.
Pace has slowed somewhat in this opening round. Here we go as Death Row Troy Humbertson goes to the body of H-Bomb Hayden Wright. Oh, that's a nice left hook there. That's what he's going to be looking for. That H-Bomb, as he calls it. That has worked a few times in his career, especially in his first 2 professional fights. A couple of fights he has lost. He has knocked down his opponent in those fights, but the opponent's got up and eventually lost those in points, as that is the end of round 1. Interesting round. How did you see it, Paul, the main man, Morrison?
Yeah, I think it was a pretty interesting first round. Troy seemed to be more the aggressor. I think I'd favour him scoring the points in that round. Hayden definitely covered up quite well. He seemed to be reading the punches pretty well. I think that your assessment, Hayden is going to try to weather the storm, so to speak, and he likes to come on late. He can take some punishment. I think Troy just needs to relax a little bit more, throw some straighter punches, starting with his jab, and obviously continue to work to the body, which he started to do well towards the end of that round.
Big shout out again to our beautiful Dragonfire ring girls. The newcomer Sarah, welcome to Thunderdome. And Sandy along with her. So we're getting ready for round 2. Already a big crowd coming out here for Thunderdome 30 at Perth Metro City. Hope you're enjoying our coverage on WTV. Here we go, round 2. As Alan Pond says, get back in your corner, I'll call you when I'm ready.
The big boys don't normally like being told what to do, especially against the smaller man there and the referee, but they showed him a good respect.
A few fights himself of late, so he's probably thinking to himself he's in the ring. That's a nice one there by H-Bomb. He's looking for that H-Bomb, that's for sure. The big overhand right, that is, he's used to some success earlier on in his boxing career.
Yeah, it's a bit of a new sport for Troy as well. He's a Greco-Roman wrestling, and he's very successful at that. Obviously, this is only his third fight. Hayden's got a bit more experience than him. So it's obviously, the second round's always an interesting round to see who's settled quickly.
Spoken to Troy Death Row Humbertson. He feels that that's the right time to get H-Bomb, but H-Bomb, he feels he's really desperate for this win. He wants to get back in that win column. And that's a nice left hook there. It's usually the right one we're looking for, but he connects well with the right. And something's happened here. And I think they're waiting for Alan Pond to separate him, but he finally does.
Yeah, I think they wanted to get a quick breather.
That's the right hand there by Wright. That was connected nicely. So far, the strategy of Humbertson seems to be to go to the body.
Yeah, it definitely does. H-Bomb's corner's screaming out for that right hand. They're definitely wanting him to throw that right hand. I think he just needs to set it up with some jabs before he just lets it go.
Alan Pond says, watch the back of the head, and H-Bomb says, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, he's definitely, when he's throwing that right hand, it's coming over the top, and Troy's coming underneath, so they're sort of both playing into the punches.
His fault, isn't it? So we come to the end of round 2, last 10 seconds. Interesting round, though. I wouldn't like to be a judge in this one.
Yeah, this one's going to be a tough round to score. I think
that Hayden Wright actually connected with a few nice right hands there, so and a nice left hook that might have stolen that round.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those rounds that the judges score the work rate or the cleaner punches. I agree with you. I think Hayden landed the cleaner punches, but Troy threw those hooks, a lot of body shots, not a lot of them hurt or scored in terms of obviously clean punches, but some of the judges might see that he had a bit better work rate and they might give him the round, but that's going to be a close one. We might be one round apiece here, Brett.
See former UFC fighter Stephen the Steamroller Kennedy giving Death Row Troy Humbertson some advice there. He had a great win on an MMA show last week over a former UFC fighter in Benny Alloway. So,
well, he should have some good advice to give to Troy because he does have a win over Hayden. He fought him at the last Thunderdome. He should have some advice on how to score the points and win.
The thing about Kennedy, he always fights at different weights, and he fought at heavyweight, he's fought at middleweight, he's up and down all the time. He doesn't know how to retire.
No, I think he's given the quote that he'd fight his own mother for the right paycheck.
I think he's retired about 80 times. Here we go, round 3. Here you are on WTV at Thunderdome 30 at Perth Metro City. Brett Benetti at ringside with Paul the Main Man Morrison. Slow start to opening seconds of the round number 3 as Alan Pond separates them. I think that, there we go. He's looking for that H-bomb, the right hand of Hayden Wright.
He's definitely going swinging.
I think he's covered up quite well, and as Troy has been going well to the body when Wright has been covering up.
Yeah, definitely agree with that, and that's why I think that although those punches might not be, causing too much damage, it definitely looks good in the eyes of the judges. And as they say with body shots, they're like putting money in the ATM.
That was a nice hit there by Wright, but didn't seem to faze Humbertson at all. So he took it quite well.
Yeah, he did take that shot well. What I was saying with the ATM, with the body shots, is when you want to go and withdraw them later on, that's when they're there. That's what the body shots are for. So if you can keep working those body shots, they're definitely going to pay dividends.
There we go, a few nice shots there by Hayden Wright. It's starting to open up for him, and this is where I was talking about at the start of the fight. This is where Hayden Wright might try and take advantage of the later rounds. Alan Pond calls time.
You can hear Hayden's corner. They're definitely trying to get him to jab to the body.
I think Alan Pond was supposed to send him to the opposite corner as well.
Yeah, Hayden's corner used that to their advantage there, trying to give him some advice. They were calling for that left hook.
Nice body shot there by Hayden Wright. As I said, he's going to be looking for that H-bomb around this sort of area of the fight. This is his opportunity. He's dying to get this win. He's desperate for the win, especially here at Thunderdome. Another nice shot there by Wright. Do you sense that Humbertson is starting to slow down a bit?
Yeah, I definitely think he is. And it's been a bit of time for Troy since his last fight, so he definitely might be tiring a bit here. He looks like he's taking some big, deep breaths, and Hayden looks like he might be a bit fitter.
I think that Hayden Wright still needs to be concentrating on the fight. A couple of times he looked over the referee, a bit frustrated by some of the calls, but you don't need to worry about that. So we see in the corner Stephen the Steamroller Kennedy giving some advice to his fighter in Troy Humbertson. Feels like he's on death row at the moment, but we're heading into a fourth and final round.
Yeah, this is a pretty close fight, and I agree with your comments there, Brett. As they say, play to the whistle. Try not to pay too much attention to the referee. Hayden's just got to go back to his game plan. Set it up with some jabs before he throws that big overhand right, and he might land it.
And that's Daryl Chin from Team CNS, also in the corner for H-Bomb Hayden Wright, giving some advice. And again, those guys have a lot of heart from Team CNS.
Yeah, I think with these big guys, both fighters in the last round, fourth round, it's going to come down to who wants it the most in this one.
Hayden Wright really wants it. He's going to be swinging wildly, looking at that H-bomb, and we'll see how much gas is in the tank for Troy Death Row Humbertson. Again, scheduled for 4 2-minute rounds, and we are in round number 4. Oh, there you go. There's a nice right hand there by Hayden Wright. He says that he hit the back of the head, but I think that was a clean shot.
Yeah, I think that was a clean shot to the side of the head. Troy might be a little bit hurt by that. I think if Hayden can set it up with those jabs again, he might land it, and there he goes.
He's looking for it. Watch out for the H-bomb. Here we go. He's winding up now. The crowd reacts. Let's see what Troy's got left in him.
Yeah, Hayden's definitely coming on the fitter of the fighters here, Brett, as Alan's calling time again. Not sure why this time.
Alan Pondit is warning him again, but this is an opportunity for H-bomb because, again, we've seen him in fights, especially as early in his career. He does have more cardio than a lot of these heavyweights, so he's going to go after it. This is the opportunity to get a win. Let's see how bad he wants it. He's looking for that right hand. The H-bomb, as he likes to call it. Troy Humbertson tries to tie him up and fight back, but there he goes. He's winding it up. He's trying to get the crowd involved here. Nice left hook there by H-bomb. Troy Humbertson fights back. He's going to the body.
Yeah, they're going for it now, Brett. I think Troy landed a good right hand before. Hayden seemed to take it pretty well. So, there
nice
goes.
uppercut cut there by Troy Humbertson. That's probably his best punch thrown in the fight.
Yeah, I agree. Brett, he's been leaning in with his head a lot now, Hayden. He's tired too, so his legs aren't underneath him. He's starting to fall forward, and he might walk into another big punch from Troy. It's a close fight.
He's still dangerous, Troy Humbertson. He's still got a lot of power, but it's going to be coming a lot slower because of the tide and the fatigue. Oh, nice, another hit by Troy Humbertson. But he's complaining to the referee as I think that Wright has got blood underneath his nose. That did connect. That was a beautiful shot there by Humbertson. So this is his opportunity. But again, Hayden Wright's still got the power to enter with that H-bomb, but there's only 10 seconds left. We wanted to see more.
Yeah, I think they're going to go swinging now. 10 seconds to go. This is going to be a tight decision, this one.
Wow, what a way to end this fight. Great fight. It's going to be interesting to see the judges' scorecard in this one.
Yeah, I think Hayden might have stolen that fight. I think that he came on strong towards the end of the fight. He definitely looked the fitter of the two. I think he might have pinched the decision.
I think Hayden will be gutted if he gets a draw or a loss for this one because I think he feels he's got the win. But Troy there got his hands up. They're both confident. I'm going to hop in the ring. As soon as CJ announces this, I'll speak to the winner.
Hey mate, are you going to call us in each time? Count us down.
bout number 2 of the evening here at Thunderdome 30. And after 4 rounds of action in the heavyweight division, we turn to the judges for their decision. Ladies and gentlemen, it is unanimous. Your winner, the blue corner, Troy Humbertson.
All right, I'm with your winner, Troy Death Row Humbertson. Well done on a great fight. It was very entertaining to watch, especially from ringside. I'm going to ask you, when it went to the judges' scorecard, did you feel that you did enough to get the decision?
I thought I did more than enough. I had gastro over the weekend, so cardio was let down, but fell in a lot of cleaner shots, better boxing. I wasn't hurt at any time, I'm pretty sure. He was pretty badly hurt a few times there, but he's a warrior, huge respect, very tough. You take a hit from a target tank and pop in. So, full respect to Hayden. Great fight. I hope the fans enjoyed it. One more thing to say. Nigel Groves has the Metro heavyweight title belt. He's got 2 options really. He can either drop the belt off at my place in his own good time, or he can get in here and get some of this. I'll take it from him fair and square anytime.
Well, that's a fight that I really want to see. Nigel Groves versus Death Row Troy Humbertson. Congratulations on the win, and we'll have a chat to H-Bomb right now. Just a quick one, what's it like to change gyms as well? I see Stephen Kennedy in the corner right there. You got a good corner behind you?
Everyone knows Steve Kennedy, Marco Tentori, and my other coaches, absolute Aussie fight legends. Very lucky to have them in my corner and behind me. Kick-ass, toughest gym in Perth. If you want to get better, it's a place to train. All warriors, all animals. Got Floyd Masson, Marco, Big Steve. A lot of world-class warriors in there, so couldn't go past. Non-coach. The only coaching I got was technical coaching. Huge thanks to my sponsors, Troy Lowry, Plus Fitness, Big Car, my boss, all my coaches, Uncle Rob, Auntie Girls, too many to mention. I'm pretty knackered.
Well, enjoy the rest of your night. Again, congratulations on your win. Your winner, Troy Death Row Humbertson. Going to have a quick chat to H-Bomb Hayden Wright. Get the glove off. Leave it on. Come here, Troy. H-Bomb, Hayden Wright. When it went to the decision, there's a lot of people at ringside that thought you did enough to win. How did you feel heading into that scorecard?
Yeah, full respect to Troy. I do believe in my heart I won. I worked a lot in the inside. He is heavy-handed, but I know I outworked him, so I feel I won. And give me a rematch or a state title elimination. Who wants to see me go for a state title? Hear that, Tony Toads? Yeah, I love anyone. Any heavyweight in Perth. Here I am. I'm not going anywhere.
I know that you're very disappointed because you're really desperate for this win tonight. You are a crowd favourite here at Thunderdome. One thing we know about you, you're very durable. You sort of wait for your moments. I thought that your strategy in this fight was probably to weather the early storm and try and catch him in round, 3 and 4. Was that your strategy heading into this one?
Yeah, 100%. I originally wanted 4-3. It got changed last minute, but I knew he'd come out strong, and I picked my shots and then try to outwork him, which I believe I did. But he's a heavy hand, but hey, fucking takes a bit more than that to put me down.
Well, again, I thought it was a fantastic fight. Bad luck that you didn't get the decision. You always know the old saying, don't leave it in the hands of the judges. But we always love you here at Thunderdome. We look forward to seeing you back in the ring again. Well done.
Thanks for having me. I'll be back 100%.
Ladies and gentlemen, the H-Bomb, Hayden Wright.